Hey y'all, we are back and we're doing something a little bit different. This is your lawyer's favorite lawyer, and we are going to start talking about business tips from a lawyer's perspective. In this video, we are going to talk about trademark, service mark, and that big old R with the circle. So you got TM, SM, and R. What does that mean? And when can I use it? When I should not use it? Help, please. So if you get anything of value from the beginning, middle, end, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Do not forget to check out our small business grant playlist that is on this channel. I have several grants that have not missed deadlines. I'm going to quickly show our Discord, and inside of the Discord, I post various grants that I do not post on YouTube. And it is subscription based, cancel at any time. As I always say, it's a business expense. And as business owners, you should want to be investing back in your business in order to catapult your business. And in order to do that, you want to use other people's money and not your money. So with these grants, we have international, state specific, you have for-profit, nonprofit, essentially all types of grants are posted in this Discord. I'm going to quickly share that before we start talking about the differences between all of these superscripts. So here we have our Discord, and again, I've been posting different grants since March, and you are going to have access to all of this, not just, when you enter it. General, I just post anything in here that I think might be helpful for business owners. It could be summits, it could be like different motivational speakers that are coming up. It's going to be various funding. This was a women's summit that Forbes was sponsoring. So all of these things, when I talked about, the rent to own program that is out there, which considering these interest rates that are on these mortgages, you might want to look into that program because at least you get to pick out your own house and then they'll put up the cash for it. Nonprofit, again, different opportunities in here. There was one where they gave out a Range Rover, and I think it was upwards of $100,000 for that. State specific, you can, and then in the general, you can post comments to say, hey, do you have a grant in this state? And then I can look and see if I have those opportunities. There's well over, I don't know, $5-10 million worth of grants in here, but I did want you all to be able to see what you will be signing up for. This also supports the channel, which allows me to continue to provide this information free on YouTube. International grants, these are for individuals that are outside the US. Some of them will allow US residents to apply, but some of them will not, which is fine because there are several grants that are for United States only. These are different documents that you might need when applying for grants, and then accelerators. These are just opportunities that typically do not have money involved, but you get access to mentors and you get individuals that have years of industry knowledge that you have access to, which to me is sometimes more valuable than the money. Because if you don't know what to do with the money, what are you going to do? It's the thing that I always say. We always talk about credit building, but what happens when you get an 800 credit score? Like, how do you make your credit work for you? So if you're able to have access to individuals that have that knowledge, that's going to be invaluable. So there's that. Now, let's talk about trademarks, because I see a lot of people, and we're not going to go through trademark, patent, copyright. That'll be something, a totally different video, but I do see people using those terminologies incorrectly. Now, once you have, logo, slogan, name of your business, those are items that you can then trademark. The problem is individuals recognizing when to use each superscript. So if you're using the TM, which is a trademark, and let me rewind and say that once your intellectual property is released into commerce, you have common law protection. And that is where that TM and SM comes into play, because you're now letting individuals know that you're using the slogan. You might have the intent to register the slogan, that name, any of those items. But then TM is going to be for product-based items. Okay. So if I am selling a cleaning spray or hair oil or clothes, that's a product. And that's when I'm going to use TM. Okay. If I am providing a service, I'm going to use SM. So a service could be, I am going to clean your home, right? Or I am going to braid your hair, right? Or I am a stylist that, gets you dressed and tells you what you're going to wear and all of those things. Now you're probably thinking, but what if I'm doing both? What if I'm a stylist and I have a boutique? What if I have a cleaning product, but then I also clean homes, right? That's when you're going to use TM. So TM is for services and products, even though individuals are using TM and SM interchangeably, they typically, even if it's a purely service-based business, I see individuals using TM. Or I see individuals not using TM or SM, period, and they've released items into commerce. And when I say items, I mean your name, your slogan, your logo. You have a website, you have flyers, you have business cards. It's in commerce. Now, it is definitely harder, right, to challenge when you have common law protection versus you have now registered your business or logo, not business, I'm sorry, your logo or your slogan with the USPTO office. Now, once just you registering it does not mean that you can now use R. R is only once your specimen has been validated and approved, acknowledged, etc., from the office. Now, if you are using that R and you have not been approved, that's fraud, right? Especially if you're intentionally doing it. Now, if you're an individual where for whatever reason you had no idea that you couldn't use it, and then as soon as you got noticed, you removed it or you sent some type of explanation. But if you are intentionally attempting to have consumers confused, and not just consumers, but your counterparts, right? So if I did not know how to search to see if a mark is registered, and then I just see an R, I could assume that I don't have access to that name, or I don't have access to that slogan or logo, etc. When in actuality, I do, because you are being intentionally deceitful by using the R that you do not have the right to use. Now, that gives you federal protection within the 50 United States. Okay. Now, well, 50 states in the United States, but y'all know what I meant. You can also get state level trademark protection if you decide that, I'm not ready for the federal level, but I don't want anybody inside of Missouri to use my name. You have to ask yourself, where is your brand going and how much confusion would there be if someone was to have the same name in another state, right? If you're a national brand, you're going to want your protection throughout the United States and globally. If you're a mom and pop shop and you're thinking, nobody's going to get confused between my name here, if it's specific to your state, and then, I don't know, over in Texas somewhere. If you don't think that your business is at that level yet, then I would say state level is fine. And you don't have to then worry about fully registering with the USPTO office, right? But also be mindful that when you do get ready to register, it is different categories. So you can't just say, I'm going to register my mark and I'm going to register it for hair care. but you also have all these other categories that you're operating in, your protection will just be for that specific category. Okay. So to sum it all up, you can use TM for products or services, SM for services, and you can only, only, only use R once you have registered that mark federally at the USPTO's office, i.e., website. And I'm going to put a link to that website in the description box. Also, I'm going to put all the other information about the grants and the small business grant playlist. So if you got anything of value out of this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, and leave me a comment of other things that you would like for me to discuss, because I'm going to start a whole new playlist where we just do business tips from the lens of the lawyer. So thank you all for taking time to watch this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.